Hello and welcome. Come on in. I am getting ready to do a reading for all 12 signs, starting with Aries and ending with Pisces. I'm going to try and include the timestamps down below so that you can go ahead and jump to the readings that you only want to watch, but I'm going to ask you to make sure you hit that like button on your way out. All right, get your coffee, let's get ready, and we're going to roll here. All right, I have a little bit of a tickle going on today, so I hope I'm not too distracting. Clearing my throat. Burn a little sage, and I'm hoping that will actually help. Sage is an antimicrobial, so when you burn it, it will help dry the air and neutralize it from bacteria. So we are going to start with today's date. I'm going to fill you in on some of the planets and what is happening so you know what's going on before we get started with all 12 signs. Today is the 18th, the day that I am filming this. And we have the sun in Pisces. And that's actually kind of a good sign. It's supposed to be a good day. So far, I have seen a lot of emotion with a lot of people in some distress, issues happening, but the sun is there to say that it's going to be okay. It is going to just kind of make everything okay. Pisces is all about emotion and love, so there could be kind of an emotional day. Thursday the 22nd. We have Mercury squaring Jupiter. Now, that is going to be a little heavier day. Anytime any planet squares another one, most often it's like squaring off in a boxing ring. Tensions are going to be high. Things could be a little touchy. Sunday the 23rd, we have Mercury in a trine, which is a three-way kind of thing, with Mars. And Mars is going direct. Where is the third planet there? Yeah, Mercury's trining Mars, but I do believe Saturn is kind of in that mix. It's just on the edge. So we know Mercury and Mars are about anger, war, things happening fast. Mercury is what was he? Not enough coffee. Mercury was the winged messenger. He was all about getting someplace fast, okay? However, he had a tendency to fly too high, close to the sun, and would melt his wings. But we have Mercury trining Mars on the 23rd. And Mars is going to be going direct, which is getting it out of the retrograde. So we're going to feel that energy on the 23rd. Then on the 25th of February, we have Mercury in conjunction with Saturn. Now, Saturn is a little more of a benefic planet. It does bring about a little bit better things. It helps things expand, things grow. So we're going to see some improvements coming along on the 25th. And then on the 27th, we have Mercury in a sextile, which is, again, another multiple planet thing, with Uranus. And the new moon is in Pisces. So those are the days to kind of keep an eye open for, so that you can plan. Know that energies are going to be changing. Energies are going to be thick. If something happens, you're going to know exactly who the culprit was. All right, we are getting ready to start with Aries, and I am going to pull some cards for each zodiac sign. Please hit that like button and let me know how the reading resonates with you. I act like it's the first day at the job. All right, going with Aries. Let's see what good old Aries has got going on. And let's get one more for Aries, please. There it is. All right, Aries. I look for some delays, some holdups on some things. Anything that you may have been working on and in the progress of doing, I see some holdups. We have the Eight of Wands, and this can be a holdup in work, something holding you back. It kind of can look like it's a gate. Kind of, see if my hand goes. Kind of holding things back. Projects that you have rolling are going to be kind of slow to move forward. We have the Seven of Wands also, and that seven is about, it is actually about the effort that you have been putting into this project, whatever it is, wherever the holdup is, you're gonna make it past the delays. You're gonna make it past the holdups. You are going to kind of just push your way through. You're just going to keep on shoveling, keep on pushing. We have the Devil card. And you've got some kind of habit that you've been wanting to quit. Something that you may be a cigarette smoker. You might be wanting to eliminate carbohydrates from your diet. But this is going to be a good time for you to start that diet or eliminating what it is you want to quit. The Devil card is about having an attachment from something that is not serving you. It is not doing you a damn bit of good. So it is a good time to kind of push back against it and let it go. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. It's going to be okay. So when the Wheel of Fortune card comes out, it's like, this too shall pass and it will be better. Once these delays are gone, you're able to move through with your project. You're going to find out that the benefits afterwards are going to be perfect. So there you have it, Aries. Moving on to Taurus. All right. Hello and welcome, Taurus. Let's go ahead and see what is in the cards for you guys for the next 7 days. I do have the paranormal flashlight set up back there. It came on, thank you, right on cue. It came on in between. Now it's just reflecting. If it comes on or off, either way, that is the spirit in the room acknowledging what's being said. They're in the conversation. All right, let's see what's going on for Taurus. Spirit, can I get some jumpers, please? Ask and you will receive. All right. All right, Taurus, here. We have the Four of Cups. I get the feeling that you have been kind of picky about something. Looks like it could have been work or a work-related issue. I don't think you need to be so picky. You may be in a situation work-wise that you may have to take something you're not necessarily comfortable with. However, if you move forward and take that opportunity, and that's what these cups are about, opportunity. If you take that opportunity, you're going to find it's something that you might absolutely love. Something you might be able to do from home. Many of you are looking for at-home businesses. That was the Four of Cups, and we have the Five of Cups. Five is about change. You hear me say that all the time when it comes to fives. And it is absolutely about you leaving something behind, old thought patterns. I don't think I can do that. You might be wanting to start some kind of internet business, eBay, Poshmark, something, selling something, doing something. And that's just an example. But you might feel like you can't do it. And I'm here to tell you, you can. The two cups behind you are saying you're missing the opportunity. The three that you kicked over are the I can't, I won't, I probably can't, I probably shouldn't. Give it a try. So many of you are dealing with financial issues, and we are at a time in this country right now where we are at an all-time credit card high. People are struggling to make ends meet, and they are putting day-to-day purchases on their credit cards. And this is what that was, it's all about, working. Go ahead and put your efforts into this, whatever direction it might be. You often hear me say, whether you're tying fishing flies to make a couple bucks, making an Afghan to sell, whatever it is you can do, find your little niche. Put your head down and get the job done. No more belly aching. We have the Queen of Wands. That wand, I always liken the wands to work. They can be, they can take that wand and make a shovel handle out of it, an axe handle, a pick handle, whatever. It is kind of work, and it's also a fire sign. So you're headed the right direction, and what this is saying is you may actually be finding your new inspiration in this endeavor that you're getting ready to try. All right, there you have it, Taurus. Moving on to Gemini. All right, Geminis, come on in. Let's see what is in the cards for you guys. I hope you got that information at the beginning of the video of what planets are doing what on what days, because that will affect everybody when those planets kind of make their changes and their moves. Those are the most impactful days. Of course, every day is something is moving. All right, Gemini. Can I get some jumpers, please? One more, please, Spirit. There we have it. All right, Gemini. We have the High Priestess. Your intuition was right on about an issue. You kind of had a gut feeling that something was amiss, something wasn't right. It might be in somebody else's life that you had this hunch. But not everything is black and white. There are a lot of shades of gray, and I'm not talking about the dirty movie. Whoop-de-doo. But there are a lot of shades of gray in between what is right and what is wrong. Are you on the right path for yourself? We have the Knight of Pentacles. This is the Dark Knight. And he's moving in slow. But that pinnacle that he has is a very heavy obligation. Thank you, Spirit, on the light. Your intuition may have been telling you about this person. It may be a financial issue that you have with somebody. Maybe you lent them money, not seeing it come back. Maybe you just did a favor, and you're not seeing it reciprocate. But this guy's moving slow. Give him the opportunity. We have the King of Cups. And there he is, holding a cup of opportunity. I get the feeling that things are really, Gemini, things are going to turn around for you. I think it's a family matter. You may have somebody on the outside, maybe you're not getting along with somebody. Maybe somebody has withdrawn from the family. But that cup, you can reflect affairs of the heart. And trust me, family is where the heart is. So he's just sitting there calm, cool, and collected because things are going to come back around. And Gemini, we also have the High Priestess the Empress. We had the High Priestess earlier there. But the Empress is about you kind of stepping back into who you are. You have been saying, I need to get me back. I need to find out who I am. I don't know what path I'm on. You're going to get it. This card is about taking control of your life. In the past, you have let other people guide you, and you did not follow your own intuition. Go with your gut. And when I say go with your gut, it's that very first little thought that pops in, that very first little inspiration that says either yes or no. Go with it. All right, there you have it, Gemini. Moving on to Cancer. Hello and welcome, Cancer. Let's see what is going on for you guys. Switch decks, get some fresh energy. All the decks are blessed and cleansed ahead of time. I do have the paranormal flashlight set up back there. And we are pulling 4 cards for each sign. Spirit, can I get one more jumper, please? Sometimes it takes a couple trips through the deck to line those cards up and come clear out so that they can find their way out of the deck. And when I say jumpers, it's any way they choose to get out of the deck. We refer to as jumpers. All right. Cancer, let's see what is happening for you guys. You're going through a major change right now. We've got the 5 of Swords here. A huge change. You have been working on this for quite a while. I get the feeling some of you may have maybe broken up from a situation, a love interest, could be even a family connection that it was kind of dark and negative. However, you're making the change. You're calling the shots. He's standing there prepped and ready. He knows what's going to happen. You've been through this before. This 5 is saying that you're really ready to bring about some great change. We have going from that 5 to a major arcana card, but it is a 6. And major arcana is, it speaks a little more loudly than the regular lower arcana. This is the Lover's card. You're dealing with something that has really been on your karmic path. Something you needed to go through. I think you needed to see that somebody wasn't who you thought they were. And that's what made you decide that you were going to kind of pull away from it. The Lover's card isn't always about a connection between lovers. It can indicate something absolutely karmic. Let's see what else. Checking out the card here. And it does speak about balance and harmony. About bringing things back into balance. And if you have been dealing with any emotions, any fighting, you have been a little out of balance. We have the Queen of Wands. So this very well could have been a work-related issue, something that made you feel out of balance. You may have been in a facility, and I don't know why I get that word, that may have, it didn't suit you. You might be a nurse. You could be a nurse's aide, x-ray tech. You could be just an office worker. But the building that you were in or the facility you were working in wasn't a real good fit. You're going to find the right fit. It may take some movement. You may have to leave there. And that's hard to do. That's where part of the battle comes in. Sometimes we're comfortable even though we're in a bad place. Something old and comfortable is better than something new and uncomfortable. And we have the Magician card. The Magician is the second card in the whole tarot deck. It is a number 1, though. The first card is a 0. The Magician is about you having all the gifts, all the tools, all the abilities that you need to move forward. You have been second guessing yourself. You didn't trust your own instincts. You didn't trust your own intuitions. That card is also saying that somebody around you may not have been completely truthful, covering up, perhaps narcissistic, telling you one thing, acting one way, and totally being complete different way once you got to know them. That is the smoke and mirrors that narcissists usually use. However, you're seeing that and you're coming out of it. You're going to be fine. All right. There you have it, Cancer. Moving on to Leos. All right. Hello and welcome back, Leo. Let's see what is going on for my Leos. Leos have been seemed like they've been getting their shit back together. Went through a lot of probably a 5-year period where things were just not going the right way. All right, Spirit, can I get a couple more jumpers, please? All I got to do is ask. One more. And there it is. All right. Yeah, you had been going through a tough time. I think you're coming out of the woods. We have the Tower card. And this is one of the most dreaded cards in the tarot deck. However, it came up in reverse. You're working your way through this situation. A lot of chaos happening, a lot of drama. People fighting with each other. Nobody wanting to give ground. Everybody wanting to stand there and say they were right. You've endured it long enough. It's time to say, I want to pull my thoughts together and pull in some positive thoughts, pull in some positive energy, and move forward. You cannot move forward with a positive anything until you get a positive frame of mind. And here we have the Queen of Swords. It's Lady Justice. Swinging at the sword of truth. I think you're finally beginning to step into your truth, Leo. For a while, you didn't know who you were. You were dealing with all this calamity. But now you are seeing who you are. You're stepping back into your truth. However, just because you are right about an issue, be careful you do not have a sharp tongue. That's what she can do. She's the queen. She can spout off. You're just a Leo. Bite your tongue. However, you're stepping in the right direction. We have the Eight of Pentacles. It may have been a work-related issue for you. Maybe you didn't have good income. You couldn't find work. It was sporadic. You're finding continuous work. You're putting yourself in it and you're staying in it. Nose to the grindstone, shoulder to the wheel, or however that goes. But you're keeping your head down and minding your own business. Keeps you away from the calamity and the chaos. So it's a good thing. And you know what? Anytime you put your focus on your income, that's a good thing. It will take your mind off of all that other stuff. And we have the Knight of Wands. Here you are, Leo, in your own reading. This is you. Knight on the fiery horse. And it is a fire sign. Yeah, I get the feeling that you're going to be headed the right direction with work. Perhaps you weren't in the right situation, couldn't find the right employer. Maybe you're a contractor and couldn't find the right connections, the right builders to have you come to work for them. You have found a good fit. And you may be finding a new inspiration also. Maybe some kind of little side job that you want to do, some kind of work at home thing. But Leos, things are turning around for you guys. All right. Moving on to Virgos. All right. Welcome back, Virgos. All right. Welcome back, Light. In between, when I mark down the timestamps, it has a tendency to come on. When nobody's paying attention, nobody's in the room. Thank you, Spirit, again on the light. Some days they just have more important things to do. All right, Virgo, what is going on for you guys? Spirit, can I get a couple more jumpers, please? Virgos are getting ready to go into a very lucky time. Improvements in finance and occupation. Growth and potential coming. All right, one more, please, for Virgo. And there it is. All right. All right, Virgos, you may have gone through a disappointment. However, you keep bringing it up. You're still living in it. This card came up in reverse. It's something that happened a while ago. It could be some childhood trauma you went through. It could be something that you dealt with somewhere along the way. It was a huge heartbreak for you to deal with. Somebody may have cut you out of their connection. Yeah. Perhaps that was all for the best, and it usually is. We have another 3, a 3 of Pentacles. Now, you may have found your soul tribe, somebody that you can kind of go to with your issues, somebody to talk to, somebody to kind of work things out with, and they are of a like mind. Perhaps if you belong to a sewing circle, maybe it's that, and you can discuss sewing and life matters. But it is part of some kind of craftsmanship. And this card is saying that you have something that you do that makes you a craftsman. You are good at something. You are probably the best there is. However, we've got the Page of Swords. You think you're a beginner. You know, the Page is he's the smallest guy on the totem pole. We've got the Page, the Knight, the King, the Queen, and then the Emperor and Empress. So he's the little guy. And that's who you thought you were. You know what, I probably can't do this, or I probably can't do it well. I'm brand new at this. You know what? This too shall pass. You will work your way out of that beginner status. Let me take a look at this. Yeah, you've got some new ideas and new knowledge that's coming to you. And it may be about working through that income, finding that guild of people that you belong to. You're working through this. We also have the Justice card. Now, if you are a Virgo and you're dealing with something in the legal system, you're going to be successful with it. You might be going for child support, custody. You could be going, trying to finalize a probate situation. Somebody may have passed. The Justice card is saying that you're going to be favored in this situation. And intuitively, that's how I'm picking it up. You may not, however, get the whole thing that you were looking for. They're probably going to kind of lowball you on, if it is child support, you might not get what you're asking for, but you're going to get something. It will come through. Justice will prevail. There you have it, Virgos. Moving on to Libra. Hello and welcome back, Libras. Let's see what is in the cards for you guys. Isn't that funny how sometimes they will just absolutely pop out of there, just shoot out like little rockets. That also tells me how important that card is, that it wants out. Huge transformation, Libra. You have been going through this. We have the Death card. It is the number 13 card. You often don't get to see that. Is major arcana. So when major arcana comes out, it speaks a little more loudly and more intensely. Libra, you've been dealing with some squabbling and fighting, some backbiting, some of the usual tidbits, some drama that takes place day to day. But that death card is saying you're stepping away from it. The transformation that you're going to make is you're no longer going to take that negativity in. You took it personally for a long time. That's their way of thinking. It's not your way of thinking. Let them, if they want chaos and drama, let them do it. That's the transformation. You're going to pull away from that negativity. Something you have been working very long and hard at. Here it is. The 5 of change and working very long and hard at eliminating that negativity. You're going to move forward with this. I love these cards because I can use like a thesaurus and get little different meanings for the same things that I've been saying for 5 years now. Thank you guys for the ones of you that have followed me for the 5 years. Yeah, you were dealing with instability. You were exasperated by a lot of this commotion that was going on around you, and you are making that change to move away, that transformation. We've got the 3 of Cups. You're beginning to feel happier and lighter, separating yourself away from that negativity. They may have been family. They may have been old, close friends. You didn't want to lose that. But you can separate yourself from negativity without saying, cut it off completely. Start to limit your time with those people. Move forward with your life. This is saying you can rejoice about it. You're starting to feel better. You're starting to go, a little breathing room here. And last but not least for Libra is, thank you, Spirit on Light, the 10 of Swords. Whatever happened in that situation that caused you that drama, what caused you that confusion and that you're stepping away from, is at the end. You felt a sense of betrayal, but it's over. The 10 is the last card. It's over. You're moving forward, starting a new cycle, starting a new life, and that's what transformation is all about. Go ahead and run with it. Go Libra. All right. Moving on to Scorpio. All right, Scorpios, come on in. Let's see what is in the cards for you guys. Can I get you to drop down there and hit that like button? Let me know in the comments if any of these readings resonate. Some of you watch all of them. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate you, and I appreciate every one of you. See what's happening for Scorpio. Now, as I'm doing the readings, you see the cards jump out. You know I'm not dealing them. Some of you have the same energy, and that is what the energy for the collective is. When you see these same cards repeating throughout all 12. We have the 8 of Wands. Yeah, you have been up against a hurdle, something holding you back, and that was you. It was your own mindset. You didn't think you could do it. Do I want to push past it? Do I want to just stay here and hang into this thought process? You can't teach an old dog new tricks, right? The hell if you can't. You're beginning to see that. You're beginning to learn. Never go a day without learning something. Ever. I don't care if you're 18 and you're watching me, or if you're 80 and watching me, learn something new every day. Thank you, Spirit on the Light. Absolutely confirming that. Learn something. Now, this may have been a repeating pattern for you. Not thinking that you were able to do it. Just holding yourself barricaded, holding yourself back. We've got the Five of Wands. Absolutely, you are changing that thought pattern. You are moving forward. This five is about the practice that you put in. They are literally sparring. And sparring is just when you practice any kind of foot movements, hand movements, karate, boxing, sparring. And that's what they're doing. They're practicing. You didn't think you could do it, but this whole time you have been practicing. Continue that. We have the Page of Wands. Yeah, you've got something new coming in that is going to inspire you, to push you to in a new direction. You really weren't open to moving in a new way. This page is also letting us know that you might be coming into whatever it is you're doing on a kind of a beginner level. Whatever direction this is taking you, whether it is work, hobby, you may be entering into it at a beginner's level. However, we have the Magician. And I just got done saying earlier for somebody that you have every tool it takes to do this. You have every tool it takes to do this. You have the heart. You have the inspiration. You do have the knowledge. You have the courage. You have it. I'm here to tell you, you have it. You don't think you do, but I'm here to inspire you and push you forward. You are able, you are capable, and you can do it. This card is the number one card, and you can be number one at what you do. You could be the best at what it is you're headed towards. You've just got to know that. Keep it in your heart. All right, Scorpio, moving on to Sagittarius. All right, welcome back, Sagittarius. Let's see what is going on for you guys, you fire signs. And can I get one more, please, Spirit? And there it is. Okay, Sag. Wow. We have the Eight of Swords. You have felt like you have been tied up in a situation. Like you couldn't work your way out of it. Sagittarius, you could be in a connection or a relationship that you didn't think you could escape from. There may have been some cruelty, some mental abuse. Sometimes it's easier to keep a blind eye to what's going on around you so you don't feel it. This 8 is about, this has been a repeating pattern in your life. I am intuitively picking this up for somebody. You have been betrayed. You have been used and abused, so to speak, but you put up with it because you didn't think you could get out of it. There's nothing better. Where am I going to go? What am I going to go to? We've got the Ten of Swords. This is the betrayal you felt. Like you loved and cared about somebody and they didn't reciprocate. It felt that way, but then it turned out it wasn't. This is saying it's the end of that cycle. You're beginning to step out of that. You have found a way out. Look, those swords aren't completely around her. She can move anytime she wants. This is saying that that cycle is wrapping up. You're releasing it. You're letting it go. Sag. Another 10. You have such new beginnings coming, Sagittarius. I don't know what held you back. It was just fear that held you back. This is saying you're going to put down this burden that wasn't yours to carry. You may have been carrying somebody else financially and didn't think you could just leave them hanging. No. Look, wasn't your burden to carry. You're wrapping this cycle up. It's a 10. You're going to be moving forward. And we have the 2 of Wands. Look, you've been putting your prayers out there. You've been putting your intentions out there. You have been trying to manifest a new life. Here we have it. It's coming. It's headed your direction. Let's see. You may be finding a new love interest. Something new, somebody new is going to be coming along to kind of balance you out. 2 is about balance. Bring things back into balance. There you have it. You know, Sag, look at him. He's holding that globe out there because he wrapped up this cycle and now there's like the whole world is out there. Go grab it. There you have it, Sagittarius. Moving on to Capricorn. Hello and welcome back, Capricorn. Can I get you to hit that like button if you would, please? Some of my folks are brand new to YouTube and do not understand how much that helps. I hit the like button for every video I watch because now I know what it takes to sit down and make a video, the equipment it takes, the editing that it takes to process it, downloading it over to YouTube. Unless it's absolutely offensive, and then I won't do anything. But everybody gets a like from me. All right. Wow. Capricorn, they're flying out of here for you. Couple more jumpers, please. And there we have it. All right, Capricorn. We have the Queen of Wands. That is a fire sign. It is absolutely you finding your inspiration in a different avenue, a different venue, a different direction. You may have been trying to be in charge or in control of your own life, and it wasn't going the way you planned. Things weren't, you were always running into battles. And the Queen is about kind of a peaceful resolution. You are a fire sign, or excuse me, you're not a fire sign, but this is a fire sign card. But Capricorn, you have really been butting heads with somebody. Things just weren't fitting for you. We have these 7 of Wands, another wand, more fire here. Your work is going to pay off. The fact that you have been kind of trudging along, trying to find out what your inspiration was, which way you want to go. And it may actually have been a Leo that you were dealing with. And the 7 is, I love the 7 card because it is about spirituality. So a lot of you may have been dealing with issues of spirituality. For example, what I do. You may have been taught that this is the devil's work. I know you've heard it all your life. It's not of the Bible, yada, yada. But you're beginning to see that those old paradigms, those old ways of thinking aren't working. 7 is about spirituality. You are beginning to find out that there is a God, and Jesus is as cool a dude as you'll ever find. We have 2 8s for you. Capricorn. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Now, you may be entering into a period of time where your finances are going to improve. However, there's going to be work involved. It may be overtime. It may be taking on a second job for a while. But you are going to find the strength and the inspiration to do that. Keep your head down. Kind of be quiet about it. And mind your own business, because that's what he's doing. He's just there hammering away. I don't care what the guy next to me is doing. I'm going to do my job and get my paycheck and go home. And that's the approach you may need to take. Now, the other 8 is of Major Arcana. Capricorn, you got this, man. It is the Strength card. It takes strength to bite your tongue. And you have that ability. It takes strength to reach out and pick up somebody that has fallen emotionally. Sometimes we don't want to get involved. Sometimes we just don't want the hassle. It takes strength to stay in control. And you're finding that strength. A lot of times you, especially Capricorns, have a tendency to pop off. I am a Capricorn moon. I can be that. I can spout off. Trying not to, but it happens. But Capricorn, you got this, man. You're gold. You're coming out of this on the top. All right, there you have it, Capricorn. Moving on to Aquarius. All right, Aquarius. Come on in. Hit that like button, will you please? Please share my videos, like and subscribe. All right, let's go on for Air Aquarius. And you are an air sign, even though Aquarius is a water thing. I wasn't the one that divided up the constellations on this. Happened a long time before me. All right, Aquarius. Oh, there we have it. Wow. Even though it fell out, it was meant to come out. We have a lot of good shit coming your way, man. We got the King of Swords. You're stepping into your truth. I think for a long time you kind of stumbled around and didn't know who you were, what direction you wanted to go in, what occupation you wanted to do. What did you want to be? A housekeeper, a homebody? Did you want to be out in the big world? More and more people are stepping back out into the world. After COVID, everybody kind of closed themselves off, and then we're staying closed off. People don't socialize, and they don't go out and associate with other people as much. But you're the King of Swords here. You're going to be able to do this. We have the Nine of Pentacles. You may have been contemplating getting in some kind of small business, whatever it may be. You may want to sell seashells down by the seashore. I don't know. But whatever this is that you're thinking about, you're going to be successful at. The Nine of Pentacles is about somebody that can be an entrepreneur, somebody that provides for themselves, can help others. The Nine is absolutely a lovely, wonderful card. Aquarius, you got this. We have the Four of Wands. Absolutely, Aquarius, you're gold. This 4 is about opportunities and new doors opening up. Things are going to be successful. All you've got to do is walk through the door and begin this new life. You have been holding back. You have not wanted to start. I get it. And nobody wants to kind of blaze a new trail when, I'll stick with the old thing. But this is about the celebration and the enjoyment that you're going to have with this new life pattern, this new path. It's also the 1111. Bingo. That's a God sign. You're on the right track. You're on the right path. And we have the Ace of Swords. Aquarius, you are stepping into your truth. You're finding your new you. You are rejuvenating yourself. You are finding new inspiration in a lot of things. Literally pioneering a new path. You know, the sword is often like a machete. And when they go into new terrain and jungle, they hack their way through the underbrush with a sword. You're going to be a trailblazer. Aquarius, I think that's about as cool as it comes. All right, moving on to Pisces. Let's see what's going on for Pisces. All right, last but not least, Pisces. Let's see what is happening for Pisces. A little bit of response today from the paranormal flashlight back there. I have never given that a name other than Spirit. Because it's Spirit. Oftentimes I am busy and I don't dial in on what Spirit is there. But it is can only be my spirit guides, guardian angels, and ascended masters. And they are all in Spirit. Spirit is actually kind of a very vague term for anybody or anything on the other side. Where you often hear psychics and mediums refer to Spirit. And I know you guys don't always understand who exactly they're talking about. All right. Let's see, Pisces. All right. Holy moly, Pisces. We got the Page of Wands. He's coming in to say, look, there is going to be a complete shakeup of your energy. For a good thing. The change that you may be experiencing right now, you may be right in the middle of a new life pattern or a new life path. You're going to find the inspiration and the right way to go. The page is just out there ahead of you, blazing a trail. We've got the King of Wands. The King is absolutely about being in control. You emotionally have been out of whack, not feeling yourself, not feeling who you are, or who you really are. You felt unbalanced and just out of whack. And this is saying that, no, you're going to come back into alignment. Yeah, you're actually very, very much a visionary. You can see opportunity in things that most people don't see, but you don't take advantage of it for yourself. You may be looking at moving towards being an entrepreneur. I've been talking about that throughout the reading. A lot of you are starting some kind of second income kind of business. Now, we have the King and Queen of Swords. Out of 4 cards, 2 of them are a matched pair. Kind of odd. However, they are saying that you're finally going to find your soulmate or your soul tribe. You have felt disconnected. You may have been a loner. You may have, especially with that Page of Wands, you may actually have been a loner. You kept to yourself a lot. These are both telling me that you're getting ready to step into your truth. You're realizing you really have more strength and courage than you thought you had. because it's just been forced on you. It hasn't been easy. This has been a hard, grueling road for you. The king is saying that you're going to find your own truth in your own path. You're going to be pairing up with somebody, because the king likes to have that queen near him. Now, this could be a partnership for work. It could be somebody you're pairing up with playing pickleball. I don't know. But this is saying you're going to find that person that's going to kind of be your other half. Could be your work husband, work wife. You know, that partner, somebody you just work good with at work, bounce ideas off of them. The queen is about, I always get references intuitively about being careful what you say. Because we women do have a tendency to spout off. You know, because we're always right. Aren't we? No, not always. The queen is also about not passing judgment on anybody else. Nobody's better than you, and you are not better than anybody else. We are in a time where there are a lot of people who are very, very different. Their orientation, their thought processes. Many people are still divided over this damned election that we already had. I'm going to tell you, neither one of those guys that were in that election know your name. They don't know your name. They're not coming through your neighborhood and help push your car out of the snow. Find out who you are. Don't count on anybody else. And I mean those guys that were in that election. You have a perfect pairing coming up. You don't, and that's a pairing. The two guys were not a pair. The country is still divided. You are going to be coming together with somebody, and you're going to be feeling the structure of having somebody that you are paired up with. And that's a good feeling. Just having somebody that you know that you can bounce ideas off of. All right, there you have it. All 12 signs. I hope that resonated with some of you. And if it did, let me know in the comments. And you know I never leave you, that I don't bless you with love and light. See you soon.